Hey everyone, Silver Cheesecake, and welcome back to Nippon! My first trip to Japan. About to go back to Kyoto. Woo! Oh, this is Kyoto Part 1. Man, this is gonna be long, isn't it? Alright. We're here. This is Japan's old capital, Kyoto. Kyoto was Japan's capital for over 1,000 years, until it was changed over to Tokyo in 1867. For over 1,000 years. Kyoto became capital in the year 794. Before that, Japan's government was based in Nara Prefecture, and was moved with each change of the head state. But in 794, they built a new city in this land. It was known as Heian-kyo, and its layout was based on the contemporary capital of China. That city remained as Japan's capital for over 1,000 years afterward. Such a long time, huh? But, what's wrong? What year did the Edo period start? In 1603. Wasn't Tokyo the center of government during the Edo period? In that case, Kyoto should have stopped being the capital that year. You make a good point. It's true that the center of Japanese government was moved to Tokyo during the Edo period, but while the shogun in Edo had real power, the formal head of the government was not the shogun himself, but the emperor here in Kyoto. So even during the Edo period, the Japanese government was technically centered in Kyoto. And even when it officially moved to Edo, Kyoto and Osaka next door continued to grow as if it was still the capital, right? That's right. I see. So you could say Kyoto is a city that maintains the traditions, forms, and culture of Japan's good old days. I see. I guess even I think of traditional Japanese culture when I think of Kyoto. Still. But you'd rather be seeing town for yourself instead of listening to our lectures, right? How'd you know that? Because we can read your face like a book, right, Akira? Yeah, especially when you're thinking perverted things. No way. Response like that. Wait a minute. You mean you do think of those things? No. That was just an automatic response, that's all. What? Are you saying we're lacking in womanly charms? What are you talking about? Do you want me to think those things or not? That's... Oh, you idiot. Of course I don't want you to think about... You perv. I told you, I'm not... Come on now, Aki-chan. Let's put this strange quarrel to rest. Concerning the earlier issue, it's no wonder you're more interested in the modern town. Kyoto is still a major metropolis after all, so it's still gradually changing as new people and shops come in. I see. Now that you mention it, I can see that's true. Well, as long as we're here, we really should look all around. So let's cut the chit-chat. It's time for the quick tour. Yes, it is. That's what I've been waiting for. So, where should we start? Let me see. I think that's the best place, don't you? That? Where is that? Oh, it cost me $2.78. First the entry fee. There. Oh, this is a garden. This is Kiyomizu-dera, the most famous temple in Kyoto. That is a Japanese suffix meaning temple. Okay, so temple. Well, obviously it's a temple, but it looks like it's around a garden. Kiyomizu-dera. They say Kiyomizu-dera was completed before Kyoto became the capital in the year 778. Before Kyoto was capital? There are temples that old? Kiyomizu-dera is known for how the main hall juts out of the side of the mountain. The main hall has been rebuilt over and over due to fires, but the last rebuild was in 1633, so it's still quite old. It was still built around 400 years ago then. It's standard for the stone buildings of America and Europe to survive that long. For these eastern wooden structures to last so long shows the care that goes into them. I know. Do you know the Japanese phrase, jump from the stage at Kiyomizu, meaning to plunge headfirst into something? Stage at Kiyomizu. It refers to this building? Yes. They say that if you screw up your courage and jump from here, your wish will come true. They say that in the old days, many men really would make the jump to show their determination. From here? But it's really far down. Yeah, they say some people really died trying it. I bet. Honestly, men are such idiots. I can't help but agree with you there. I agree in real life too. As long as we're here, let's go to the Otoa waterfall below. The Otoa waterfall? Yes, it's a small waterfall consisting of 3 narrow streams. The waterfall has existed for over 1,000 years. Back then, people said the water would confer wealth or long life. They loved it as the fountain of youth. Fountain of youth. Okay, let's check it out. Oh. There really are 3 trails of water here. Each stream confers its own blessings. From right to left, they confer academic success, health, and love respectively. Academics, health, and love. So then, starting from the right, I take the water from each and drink it. Okay, let's start with the water of academics. Now the water of health. Then the water of love. Phew, it's delicious. It really could be the fountain of youth. I was supposed to drink it. I'm so freaking reckless. Huh? Now that I think about it. You guys only drank from the health and love springs, and none from the academics one. How come? Well... Right? Yes. What? You both look so serious. The truth is, it's said that anyone greedy enough to try to drink from all 3 rivers will be denied their blessings. What? Wait, is that true? Yes, I'm sorry to say. No way! You didn't tell me that earlier! It's because I'm freaking reckless, but... Because that would have made it so much less funny. You're such a d-bag. Sorry about that. You're both d-bags. I'm kidding. No, it's my fault. I need blessings today. Or I could have used the blessings in love at least. That's true. And now I think about it. Makoto and Akira both drank from the love spring. First, the entry fee. There. Now, our next Kyoto sightseeing spot is here. Ooh, another temple. Woo! I'm sure it's whoa. I'm saying woo. This is the Kinkaku-ji. Ji is a Japanese suffix meaning temple. An alternative reading of Dera. Kinkaku. The kin in Kinkaku is a reference to the grand golden color of the temple. The name is actually a nickname. What's its real name? I know it. It's Rokuonji, right? That's right. You really know your stuff, Akira. Hold your applause until the end. I still know lots more about the Rokuonji. Then why don't you tell us all about it, Akira? Leave it to me. The fact is, there was already a temple here in the 13th century, but the noble who commissioned it was put to death for conspiring against the emperor, and it fell into ruin. Then around the end of the 14th century, the shogun Ashikaga Yoshimitsu fixed it up and built a new temple, which he called the Rokuonji. Sorry, I got excited for Yoshimitsu because it's a character in Soul Calibur. Sorry. Wow, is that really what happened? Yes, she's exactly right. Wait a minute, why are you asking Oni-chan for confirmation? No reason, just wanted to be sure. Let me tell you, this isn't all I know. I also know that when the temple was completed, the grounds around it were larger, and that it completely burned down once. Burned down? The temple? Was it in a war or what? Bzz. Sorry, it burned down just 60 years ago. It was arson. Arson? You mean somebody set fire on it? Yes. In 1950, by a young monk still in training. A monk committed arson? That's right, the temple was already a famous national treasure at that time, so it caused a huge stir. I see. That makes sense. Then a world-famous author named Mishima Yukio wrote a novel about it. The name of the novel is, of course, Kinkaku-ji. Naturally. Wow, Akira, you really know a lot about the Kinkaku-ji. I told you I knew a lot about it. So, have you read the novel? No. Oh dear. Mishima Yukio's Kinkaku-ji has been translated into many other languages, so you should read about it if you get a chance. Sure, I will. He probably wrote it after visiting the place for himself, so it'll probably be more interesting now that if I'd read it before. I'll be sure to look around for it when I get home. I think I might try to read it when I get home too. I see. I think you would get a lot out of it, Akira. The Kinkakuji, huh? The walls are stuck with gold leaf, so it's as gold as the name suggests. I heard that ancient Europe referred to Japan as Jipang, the land of gold. But looking at this, I can see why Marco Polo would have felt that way. Hey, I know my history too, I guess, in this game. In real life, I'm not that good with history. I'm just so with it. What do you think of Kyoto so far? Let's see. At first I wasn't really seeing the town's history and culture at all. But the more we walk around, the more I feel the traditional atmosphere seeping in all over. That's right. Kyoto has a lot of temples and shrines, so you can walk from temple to temple and shrine to shrine. Just walking around can give you a deep impression of the town. Yeah, that's really true. But how do I say this? It's more than that. There's, like, even among the smallest shops in town, so many of them sell traditional craft goods. So that also gives me the impression of a town that values its history. That's true. While Kyoto continues to expand, the city as a whole does protect its traditions. I think that's what makes it amazing. Preserving its history while taking in the new, eh? But now that I think about it, I think Tokyo has a similar sort of atmosphere. With Kyoto, it just feels a whole lot sharper. When I think about it that way, Kyoto really is a lot like, or is like a representation of Japan itself. Ah, that's it. There's one thing that surprised me. It surprised me in coming to Kyoto. Surprised you? What is it? You know, the language. Language. Ah, I see. Because it's not like Tokyo Japanese. That's right. It's a dialect, right? The accent and the words people here use. Nothing like Japan or Japanese in Tokyo. I think that's what you said. I clicked too early. That's true. People in Kyoto and nearby Osaka and Kobe speak what's called Kansai Ben. Kansai Ben? Yes, specifically, Kobe and Osaka and Kyoto all have their own dialects, but the general term for it is Kansai Ben. Kansai Ben, I see. It's hard for even native Japanese to imitate Kansai Ben. It's a unique way of speaking. I see. But how should I say? It feels like it has nuances that I don't hear in the Japanese of Tokyo. And it's true. It's fast-paced and kind of funny. That's right. When you listen in on an exchange, it almost sounds like they might burst out laughing. You remember what I said before? That Kyoto was the capital of Japan long ago? While that was going on, the city of Osaka was also developing next door. Osaka developed as a merchant city. They based their lives around merchant culture. So I think their language developed around the interaction between the shop owner and customer. Making the customer feel comfortable is so important in the business world. You mean they make them laugh so they relax and feel more like buying things? It's just my own speculation, but I wonder if it might not be true. The real Kansai has done a lot to develop comedians and comedy culture, so you might hear Kansai Ben on TV too. Now that I think about it, it sounds really cute when girls speak it too. We don't speak Kansai Ben. Does that mean you don't think we're cute? That's not it. That's not what I was trying to say at all. So you're saying you wish we both spoke Kansai Ben? That's right. I mean, that's exactly the same complaint. Even without speaking Kansai Ben, I think we make a good comedy team, don't you? She doesn't even know what to say. Anyway, let's go to one last place today. It's very close to where we are now. What kind of temple is this? Is it this time? Oh my, we're not going to a temple. Really? Then where are we? Entrance fee. Oh no. Oh. Ta-da! This is Kyoto's premier entertainment district, Gion. Or Gion? Wow, but the buildings still have older, refined feeling to them. The town of Gion is the gateway to the Osaka Shrine. It's basically a town that sprang up along the road to the shrine. The name Gion comes from the fact that the Osaka Shrine was once known as the Gion Shrine. I see. So is there something on the street? Like what? Well, it's certainly a very beautiful street. It has a refined atmosphere. But isn't there like a famous building or... Yeah, there's nothing like that here. But in its place, in its place? Ah, look there, walking towards us. Walking? I have to like repeat every single word they say. It's like, oh, walking? Oh, God. Alright. There's a woman walking towards us. Tiny red lips on a face made of white. Is it a geisha? That's such a beautiful kimono. Is that a high-class geisha? Or I think it's geisha? Geisha? Sort of, but geisha is only for Tokyo. In Kyoto, they are called geiko. Geiko? Yes, and young apprentice geiko are known as maiko. She looks young, so she's probably a maiko. Ah, she just turned us and bowed. She's so cute. I wish I'd actually kind of show it. But, hey, Oni-chan. I hear back in the day, maiko were girls around 10 years old. Is that true? That is what they say. 10 years old? They started that young? Yeah, because Maiko and Geiko would play instruments at banquets and sing and dance. They were like flowers, used to add life to a party. And men of high standing and rank would come to them. So in order to keep them from offending anyone, they received strict instruction and discipline in matters from a very young age. That's the kind of system it was. So for all its beauty, their world was a harsh one too. Yes, but these days it's seen as problematic to make children work so hard. Nowadays, you can't begin Maiko training until you finish school. I saw on TV before too, that there are fewer and fewer women who want to become Maiko these days. I guess that's true in all countries. Jobs that were standard long ago are gradually declining. It's too bad, but yeah. But the TV said that more people want to do it nowadays compared to before. But they say that the training is so strict that many people just up and quit. Just because you want it doesn't mean you'll succeed. But Maiko and Geiko are part of an amazing culture. There must be more people who want to carry it on. That's it. As long as we're here, why don't we call a Geiko-san tonight and... Unfortunately, that's not possible. Huh? Why not? The girls will refuse first-time customers. Most people have to be referred by an existing customer. I see. There are some exceptions lately. I hear there are some events where you can hire a Geiko for a brief period of time. But it probably takes a lot of money, right? I see. Guess that's true. Yeah, I understand that. It was just an idea. When you say it like that, I can tell you're really upset about it. I told you I was joking. I don't think you were. Anyway, as long as we're here, we should stop by the Yasaka Shrine, then back to our hotel? Okay. Phew. Visited the Yasaka Shrine, which is beautiful. Our hotel might be more humble than the halls where Geiko perform, but it was still a nice place. The food in Kyoto tastes completely different from the food in Tokyo, too. Kyoto was a nice place, not at all inferior to Tokyo. Just one day doesn't seem like enough to experience it all. But tomorrow I go back to Tokyo, and in 3 days' time, I go home. That's depressing. I've got to make the most of Japan in the time I got left. Ugh. Woo! Day 5. Now we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. Another beautiful day. They said on the news yesterday that it was set to rain in Tokyo. So the good weather followed me on this trip. Should be a good sign of things to come, right? Nah. Okay, day 2 in Kyoto. Let's get started. Our next destination is a temple called the Ryoanji. Ryoanji. The Ryoanji is a magnificent temple, of course, but it has a number of other charms to the people who visit it. Has other charms? What do you think? What could it be? I give up. I have no idea. The answer is... entry fee. This rock garden. I'm looking at it like, what? Wait, why are you being so quiet? Ah, sorry. I got kind of sucked in. Anyway, how do I say this? A garden made out of rocks and sand with no trees. It feels kind of empty. And it sounds strange, but when I look at it long enough, it starts to look like islands in the ocean. Wow, that's amazing. Huh? What's amazing? This type of garden is called a kare sansui. As you say, it symbolizes mountains and water without the use of water. I see. I think you stumbled upon its meaning without realizing it. So maybe I got a little closer to being Japanese in these few days? Maybe so. Anyway, who created this garden? It's such a high level of artistry. It must be someone famous, right? To tell the truth, no one really knows. Really? Yes. They say it was made sometime in the 15th century, and there are varying theories as to its creator, but no one knows for sure. I see. But that's not the only thing we don't know. Huh? There's another mystery about it? Take a good look. How many stones do you see in the garden? Stones? 1, 2, 3. Are there 14 in all? That's what it looks like, right? Yeah, but since you asked, it must mean... Yes, there are really 15 stones in all. Wait, let me count again. 1, 2, 3... Ah, you're right, there's another stone hidden behind that one. Which one? The garden was designed so that there's only one spot where you can see all 15 stones at once. Wow. The Stoa in the Vatican was built so that the two rings of pillars line up perfectly when you stand at the center of the plaza. This is kind of the opposite effect. The garden itself is built on a slight decline, so the height of the stones in the back will seem to change height from some angles. There are optical illusions like that all around the garden. That's amazing, what a complicated garden. I really like optical illusions, by the way. I think they're the coolest. So I would probably enjoy this. But I could never have come up with something so complicated. It feels like it must be imbued with all sorts of deep meaning. Naturally. So, what meanings are hidden in it? You need to figure it out for yourself. That's the meaning of Zen. What? But that's mean. Come on, Aki-chan, stop teasing him and tell him the truth. Huh? The truth? Sorry. To tell the truth, no one knows the deepest meaning of this garden. Really? Yes, there are many theories, of course, but no one knows which of the theories are really true. We may never really know. I see. But like Aki-chan said, because there is no answer, that means you can think it out for yourself. That part of it really is the meaning of Zen. I know, right? That's why I really meant it when I said that. Liar. What's with that look? You got something to say? Not at all. We've been walking around a lot all day, but... there's so much to see in Kyoto. There is. We've only been hitting up the main spots. You can't see it all in just a day or two. Anyway, we better get out of here before evening. We have time to see about one more place. Which means the next thing we see will be our last. That's right. I know just the place for us to go. The place to go? Where is that? That is... First, I keep saying first the entry. Oh man, it's $30 this time. Better be a good place. Here. I get it. This is the Uzumasa Movie Village. It's a theme park, a recreation of an Edo period village. That's cool. Amazing. I never knew this was here. It takes about 30 minutes by train from Kyoto, but I really wanted to show it to you. I see, these are fairly rare in Japan, but they're quite fun especially. A recreation of ancient Japan. I see, then this is... You're in a daze. Huh? Sorry, Don't worry about it. I'm just happy that you seem to be having fun. Yeah, I'm really glad we came here. Thanks. Sure. She's shy. Oni-chan, stop it. You're doing it again. That reminds me. You called this a movie village earlier? Originally a lot of Japanese movie companies would film here. Because a lot of our movies back then were Jidai Geki, which literally means period films often used to refer to samurai movies. So most of the Jidai Geki ended up getting filmed here. Then a part of the set was opened up for public to enjoy, which is why it's called Uzumasa Movie Village. That's right. I see. It's interesting. What's really amazing is that they didn't just recreate the surface of the buildings. You can actually walk around and experience the town for yourself. Wow. So what kind of things can you do? Let's see. For instance, there are exhibits about the filming process. Okay. And you can experience the traditional culture of Kyoto. I see. And there are Chambara shows too, which is a genre of action-oriented samurai films referring to the clashing of swords. Chambara? And you don't just watch them, they really teach you the Chambara style. Ooh, that's cool. Whoa, you can really try Chambara? I'm not sure about that, but we can at least do that. That? What's that? It's... You'll see when we get there. That's right, so let's go. Ooh. Huh? Wait, is this... Well, which do you want? You have to choose. Actually, why don't you choose for us too? Choose for you? Me? Yeah, let's do it that way. Okay then. And let me warn you, better choose seriously. I know. Let's see, for the two of you. Oh, I actually get to choose? I'm ready. Are you guys still changing? Oh, no, I don't actually get to choose. That would have been pretty cool. Well, women always take longer to get ready. Here we are. Huh? Awesome. Whoa! Ta-da! How is it? Do you like it? I'm sorry we took so much time. You guys look so amazing. Thank you. You don't look bad yourself. I don't know what I'm in. Really, I couldn't really say. Do I look like a samurai? Yeah, you look like a dashing samurai. Seriously? Yeah, you look like a dashing villainous governor. Evil governor. I mean, that's not a compliment at all. Took you long enough. Feh. But anyway, I didn't think I'd get to dress up like this. And moreover, yeah, the girls look really amazing. They always look great, but I think I prefer them in the Japanese style clothes. What's wrong, Akira? I just don't think I can accept this. Can't accept what? You picked a princess costume for my sister, so why did you make me a lady samurai? I wanted to be more feminine, like Maiko, or I wouldn't have minded a princess outfit like Oni-chan's either. Well, you just what? Just kind of... Just spit it out already. It's just, Akira is such a happy, active girl. I think it suits her better than princess clothes. Right? Don't you think, Makoto? Yes, I do. As her older sister, I also think that outfit brings out her charm a bit more than the others. Hang on a minute here. What are you guys talking about in English? Yeah, I noticed we were talking in English. That was weird. But while I know you're saying it in English so she won't understand, I think you should probably tell her. But I don't know what she'll do to me if I tell her that. Come on, stop leaving me out of the conversation. I don't think it will be bad. She'll be happy to hear it. Are you sure? I'm sure. I knew you guys are saying bad things about me. We are not. We're complimenting you. You're lying. Fine then. You're saying I don't look good in pretty things. Come on now. Don't pout. Fine. Villainous governors who enter in conspiracy will face my judgment. Prepare yourself. Let's do this. Oh, we're about to have a sword fight. Huh? Whoa, wait a second. Here, it's dangerous to swing a sword around. Resistance is useless. Wah! Ooh, I got effed up. Thank you for riding the Shinkansen today. The train will. It's just 2 days. Such a brief 2 days, but we got so much done. There's so many places we didn't get to go. When I come back to Japan, I'll have to come here again. Farewell, Kyoto. Until we meet again. But what? Nothing. You look so serious. I wondered what you were thinking about. Oh, I was thinking I hope I get to come to Kyoto again. Again? Yeah, I'd like to come with you again. With who? Akira or with me? Huh? Nothing. What? Why does she have to ask me something so nerve-wracking?
She must be exhausted. I mean, Aki-chan. She looks so fast asleep. Or she's fast asleep.
Wow, she really is.
Hey, what do you think of Akira?
What do you mean?
Do you think she's pretty?
Well, sometimes she gets mad at me. But yeah, that's part of her charm, and I think she's a very pretty girl.
Akira is awkward about expressing herself, but she's very honest, right? When she's upset, she gets angry, and when she's happy, she gets angry again to hide her feelings, but it's easy to see through it when you're around her all the time.
That's true. She seems very free about expressing her feelings, I agree.
Right? She's always been that way. She brings joy to the people around her, and everyone falls in love with her. But I'm not like that.
You're not?
Yes, unlike Akira, I've always been bad about saying what I really feel. Ever since I was a child, I've been unable to put my feelings into honest words.
I wonder about that. She's teased me so much, it's hard for me to imagine, but I'm sure what she's talking about is something completely different.
Because I always wanted to be seen as a good girl. So I've always been on my best behavior, acting however I could so that people would like me. What should I say in any given situation? When I was young, I was so preoccupied with that. And while I was doing that, people decided that I was a very good girl, and that's how they saw me. Makoto is a good girl. Makoto is a reliable girl. Makoto would never do something like that. That's how I wanted to appear. I wanted it, and so I led people to view me that way. But because of that, now I've become afraid to express how I really feel.
Makoto.
I'm very selfish, aren't I? When I look at Akira, I end up thinking I wish I could be more honest. To say what I'm feeling without worrying about what the people around me think. I guess these worries must seem ridiculous to a foreigner like you, but
it's not ridiculous.
Huh?
I don't find it ridiculous at all. It's something you're seriously worried about, right? I would never laugh at you for that. But while I won't laugh, I do think you're worrying too much.
Huh?
Well, I think there's only one way you can set your worries at ease. You just have to start saying how you feel as honestly as possible, right?
But if I do that, then people might be disappointed in me. The people who have loved me for so long might hate me. When I think about that,
Don't worry, that won't happen. Even if you said how you really feel, even if it changes how people think about you, I don't think anyone will blame you for it, Makoto. They're not going to hate you, Makoto, because you're an amazing person. I can't imagine anyone hating you, Makoto. I guarantee it.
I know.
Oh, that's me. I know that a guarantee from a person you barely know doesn't mean much, but I promised you one thing. Even if other people might hate you for what you say, I never will.
Taira.
I gotta say that again, because...
Taira.
Huh? Did I say something weird just now?
No, not at all. I was just a little surprised.
Surprised? Why?
Well, it's the first time anyone said something like this to my face.
Huh? Really? I guess it must be true, but it's hard to believe.
They haven't. To tell you the truth, I haven't even received a love confession before.
No way!
It's true. I flirted, I suppose, but all through school, the boys barely even talked to me. I was always keeping close to the other girls.
I wonder if the boys actually had trouble talking to her because she's so gorgeous.
But now maybe that's not important. If I can become more honest...
Huh?
Nothing at all. Anyway, thank you. I think I've become more honest now, because of what you said. No, I'm sure I can.
No way, I didn't do anything.
You certainly did. This is all thanks to you. Thanks to... So, I mean it. Thank you.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Makoto's smile just now was so... Nothing. Just glad to be of help. What am I going to do? I think without realizing I've...
Tairama!
Phew, I'm beat. We were only away for a day, but it really makes you appreciate the home you've got. I know how you feel.
Really? Maybe that's one of the human traits that crosses all cultures then.
Yeah, I think it is.
Anyway, it's gone by fast, hasn't it?
Huh?
The time since you got here. It's really gone by fast.
I kinda wish you didn't have to go home in 2 days. Yeah. Just kidding, there's nothing we can do about it. We knew this was coming after all. Right.
I guess you'll be heading out early then?
Maybe. I think I have to leave in the morning probably.
Then tomorrow will be your last day for sightseeing.
What? Oh crap, that sucks.
I guess so. Is there anything you'd like to see tomorrow?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it.
Okay. Well, it'll be your last day of sightseeing, so just make the most of it.
Right.
Oh man, that sucks.
That's right. Like Akira said, tomorrow will be my last day to look around the city. Where should I go on my last day?
No, the thing I should be asking myself isn't where to go. It's who to go with. For my last day of sightseeing, I want to be with... Excuse me? Are you still awake?
Huh?
Can I come inside?
Makoto, sure, come on in.
I'm sorry, I know you must be tired.
No, it's fine. I'm not even in bed yet.
I see.
Makoto, what could she want at this time of night?
Listen, there's something I need to ask you.
Sure.
Earlier said you didn't know where you want to go next.
Yeah, I still haven't.
In that case, what do you think of getting out of Tokyo and seeing Kamakura?
Kamakura?
Yes, and I'd come along with you, of course. What do you think? You don't have to if you don't want to. You don't have to force yourself.
Not at all. I do want to. I totally want to. I really want to go there with you.
Really?
Yeah, Kamakura you said. Let's go and have a look.
Sure. Kamakura then. Sorry, I'm being so...
Huh?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Anyway, see you tomorrow.
Sure, got it. I can get up at the same time as always, right?
Yes, that's just fine.
Gotcha. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yes, I am too. So, good night.
Good night. Phew. I never said I wanted to go, but I honestly have no idea what Kamakura is. But I don't mind going at all. Because more than where I want to go, it's who I want to go with. Tomorrow. This is my last day to take a trip with Makoto. I hope it'll be a good day. Woo! Last day. That's so sad. I'm glad the weather's nice today. Oh, I wonder what kind of fan service we're gonna get now. This is my last day to look around Japan. Once I leave here, I don't know how long it'll be until I can come back. I've got to make this a great day I won't regret.
So, are you ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready.
In that case, let's go.
Sure. Alright. So, I'll probably stop right there for now. I can't believe this is ending so soon, but what I might do is I might go back since I've saved a bunch of files. Like, I'll show you. Like, I saved all these files so far. So I might be able to go back and then go to places like Shibuya, Ginza, and Ikebukuro, and see what other endings we can get. But thank you all for watching. Like this video if you liked it, dislike it if you disliked it, and as always, peace!